Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, and today I'm going to talk about the Live After Death live album of the band from 1985. This is perhaps one of the greatest albums, not just in Iron Maiden history, but I think in rock and heavy metal history. It's an iconic landmark in the sound engineering, in music, in the presentation of a show. I mean, it's such an amazing and spectacular show that the band had put together. It is one of the very first times in which you would see any band incorporate such very vivid and very specific elements of the album, of the Power Slave album, the Egyptian theme of the whole thing, and incorporate that onto their stage work, and to make such a magnificent and gigantic and enormous, beautiful show that had never been done. Okay, not only that, I mean, the sound and the beauty of the music, the every single element of every song, it's absolutely perfect. I think that it is one of the highlights or the highest points in the career of Iron Maiden. But in general, in my opinion, I think that how do we know when we have a real great musician? What is the true mark of a professional musician? It is the live performance. Okay, that's how you can measure, in my opinion, true, musical skills. Okay, and I think Iron Maiden excelled that beautifully in this album. So, anyways, here we have the Live After Death vinyl. Okay, this is the 1985 original album. I had this autographed. Actually, the first time I met him live, I saw him live in Summer in Time tour. I managed to squeeze my way into the backstage, and I got 3 of them to sign. Here's Nico and Steve Harris and Adrian Smith, and then I got this during the Summer in Time tour, but I had this booklet from the Power Slave tour, and I had him sign this too. The same 3 signatures of Adrian, Dave, and Steve Harris. But that's it. But this record, I mean, this vinyl is just so beautiful. I mean, I remember my dad bought this for me when I was a kid, and I remember opening this up. This was like the first time that I saw live images of them, and it was just so breathtaking to me. It still is, after all these years. It's still something remarkably beautiful. And it came with this booklet, which is kind of like a tour booklet that gave you shots and information about the tour, the dates, images from the band from all around the world. It was just very unique, very special, and these photographs. I remember spending hours and hours just looking at these photographs and imagining where had they taken all these pictures. Such great, beautiful detail in everything that they did. It's just a fantastic thing. It's just so beautifully made, and the center of the record has the gravestone, Eddie's gravestone that appears on the cover, and even back then, I mean, the quality of the artwork and the details that they put in everything is just so nice. It's just so incredible. I just don't have enough words to say about this. Beautifully made, perfectly well manufactured. This one came with a series of additional inserts. Kind of tricky to get it out. Oh, this is a picture that I have of Steve Harris from back in the day. This one used to come with inserts like this. I actually have this poster. This is a Door poster, and I used to have this sticker. Lost it, but he had additional little products like the T-shirts. I once saw this T-shirt. This is just a beautiful thing. It's very tough to get, you know. It used to come with inserts about the video, which I lost, unfortunately. Now, this is the reissue of the record, okay? This is what they recently had come out with, the new box sets of the reissues. And I gotta say that, you know, like the detail in the artwork, the hair, the skin, the teeth and everything is much richer and better done in the original record. Here, the lines are a little bit more blurry in every detail. It's not quite as well made, in my opinion, as the original, you know. I mean, it still is a great thing to have. I never opened it. This reissue, I never opened it. And I know that it contains just about everything that the original record had. But in my opinion, it's not as beautifully made, I think. This is the picture disc reissue that they made. And this is nicer, okay? The quality of the print is nicer. The lines and the detail of the image are clearer and better, closer to the original. And yes, this is also a fold-out version, just like the original vinyl, but of course it contains picture discs, you know. Then I have the singles of that time. This used to belong to a very good friend of mine that he eventually gave it to me. This is an image of Eddie as Phantom of the Opera. Okay, this is taken from the Run to the Hills, as played on Live After Death, and it also includes Phantom of the Opera and Looser Words, which these are songs that were not included in the Live After Death recording, which is great. And it has this bizarre image, it's a very strange image of Eddie as a prince something, chasing after a girl that appears to be Cinderella, and they're the three evil sisters there. It's just funny. It's just a funny, stupid little image, fun little image that they included. Here, this is another single that they made for the album. I have the picture disc version from 1985 and the American version, maxi single version of it. Okay, and it includes the full length Running Free song, and then Sanctuary and Murders in the Rue Morgue, which is not in the Live After Death pressing, but yeah, it has that additional song here, and it was a great single to have. It's a great piece I remember very much having that. Here I have something very, very special. These are the Bolivian edition of Live After Death. Okay. This one I have had since back in the day, from 1985 until now. Okay. I had both of them. Okay. And I had them in very good, well taken care of and pristine shape. Okay. But I lost one. I lost volume 1. Okay. I only have the second one. Okay. The record itself, it's pretty much in perfect condition. It still works. It has a few scuffs here and there, but the sound is just exactly the same, which means it's not that good because it wasn't a very good recording. But it is exactly how it was back then. The back of it in Bolivia, a lot of these things were made on the cheap, you know, and so the back of the record is black and white. They always made it like that, black and white, to save money, you know. And here you only have the titles of the songs of the second vinyl, of course. And then many years afterwards, I tracked the volume 1, but this one has been damaged badly. Somebody had the bright idea to I don't know, to protect it, and they put Scotch tape on it. It's just a disaster, and some pieces of it are torn out. It's just really bad. The record itself is not in exactly bad shape. It still sounds pretty good, but yeah, and a lot of the color has faded away. The black and white has kind of turned like purple. but still, these are very special. They're very rare. Even living in Bolivia, it's not easy to find them. It's not easy to find them, and I know they have become quite valuable. I also have the reissues of both of the singles of Live After Death. This is the Run to the Hills, Running Free, singles. This is Run to the Hill, and this is Running Free. Of course, the one with the cover of the Phantom of the Opera design. And here, unlike the picture disc, I mean, it's just a continuous art of Eddie in this space age kind of background that, I don't know. But yeah, this is a great record to have. So all of that is basically from back in the day and the reissues of the album. Then we have the CDs, okay? For the CDs, as I always show, there are three that I have collected, mainly these three collections, okay? Here is the Castle Records recording, which, like with everything else, okay, this is the first time that the album was remastered on digital format, okay? And all of the Castle Record albums, they're double, where you have on one end the record itself, the whole full-length record, and then on the other you have the additional recordings of all the singles, okay? And so this is a great thing to have for every collector. They're not difficult to find on eBay and so on. You can still find them, and they're not very expensive and highly recommended to get. Then the next reissue that they made of Live After Death, of course, it is the one that came with the Eddie the Head box set, okay? And yeah, this was a great thing to have. This is the first time, of course, with the rest of the collection that we had a digital version, like a CD-ROM version of the record, and with additional videos and images and so on. It was great, you know. There's this reissue that they made, with the CD-ROM, okay. And then there's this, which is the mini vinyl, and I absolutely love this. Okay, this is a great thing to have. This is perhaps, of all the mini vinyl that they made, this is definitely the best one. Okay, that of course they made it gatefold. Okay, and it includes exactly, as the original vinyl, all of the details, all of the same sleeves for the CDs and everything. It's basically the same recording that you would find, like I said, in the Eddie the Head box. It's the same recording. It's the same digital pack. It's the same CD-ROM. The same everything. Yeah, it's just the presentation. This is the mini vinyl presentation, but it's totally worth it to have. Of all the mini vinyls, this is the one that I recommend for you to get. So yeah. And then the final thing that I wanted to show in this first video, it is the VHS tape off of the record. Okay, this I've had since 1985, 86. I don't know when it initially came out. That I bought this, and I've watched this like a million times, literally. Okay, I've seen it so many times, and from that year, I also have the Behind the Iron Curtain VHS, okay, which is also fantastic. It's just a great thing to have. And these are things that I have treasured and I watched endlessly, And I know there are, for example, Laserdisc versions of this. And as a collector, that's a great thing to have it also. Iron Maiden was very unusual, because they... for such an early band, I mean, they were just going on their fifth record, okay, and they were already like becoming legends, and they were already doing these massive compilations, live compilations and live records, which many bands, so early in their career, they don't do things like that, But anyways. They also made this the reissue of Live After Death on CD, on DVD, and this includes also the entire Behind the Iron Curtain video, Okay, all of it remastered, of course, and digital version. There are some good things and some bad things about this. Some people feel that they could have done a better job at re-editing the images and the quality of the images, which continue to be. It's basically the same Laserdisc version of 1985 of both recordings. It's the same Laserdisc version that they transferred to this, you know. And some people think that, you know, some that have criticized this, they say that they could have done a better job at improving the quality of the image. But I'm just happy with it. I'm happy with the way they did it. The sound has been re-engineered and improved and so on, and it sounds beautiful and great. There are all of the video clips of the Power Slave album also. There are all of these interviews and documentaries, and it's just a great thing to have. Yeah. So that's it for now. I'm going to do a second video following some of the merchandising and things of the band.